out to get you stuck and put your lights out. I'll catch a car at the light and snatch your wife out and beat the hoe up. If you don't get a dough up, you got me pissed off. Frontin' and your whole click's off. If you had your rollie on, I might cut your wrists off, the lick off, and slide your bitch off. Hope you ready for
Guys,
the kick off.
what is up? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. This is going to be a sample shopping episode. Got a bunch of new scents sent to me from decantshop.com. That is the best place online to get samples, decants of all different sorts of fragrances, discontinued fragrances, niche fragrances, designer fragrances, original reformulations. You're just not going to do better for the price point. Get what you actually pay for. These fragrances, the fragrances are measured before they go into these little vials, so you always know you're going to get the exact amount that you're paying for. And coupon code MAX12 is going to save you 12% of your entire order, so you really can get fantastic deals on the fragrances mentioned. Now, in this haul, we're going to be focusing quite a bit on fragrances that made the base notes 500 best modern fragrances of all time. I've sort of made it a challenge to smell as many of those fragrances as I can. And so in working through that challenge, Decant Shop has a lot of those scents on the list. So we'll also be looking at newer niche scents, but many of the fragrances we'll be looking at are female fragrances actually that are on that list. So let's just hop right into it. The first fragrance we're going to look at this week is called Giorgio Armani Diamonds. Now, we've looked at quite a bit from Armani on the show, mostly from the previous series. We looked at Acqua di Gio Profumo. Last haul really didn't impress me that much. This one, Diamonds, was number 497 on the base notes list. It was done by Thierry, which is why it really interested me. Wasser, of course, has become the nose at Guerlain. But this one was done back in 2007 and features notes of lychee and raspberry at the top, patchouli, freesia, lily of the valley, cedar and rose in the middle, amber, vanilla, and vetiver in the base. You can typically find this one between $30 and $50 online, so pretty affordable to get if you're looking for it. It's definitely very feminine, but I appreciate it quite a bit. I really like the hit of the lychee and the raspberry in this one. It makes it different from many female fragrances that I've smelled. You get a nice bit of florals in the mid. By the way, I have all four of these fragrances on skin right now. And then you have this very gourmand, ambery base. So it's not something that I would say is unisex. I think it definitely lends to be a bit more female. But I think it's very enjoyable, and I think it's a really good woman's fragrance. I would definitely like to smell this on a woman. I think it's really, really well done, sent by Armani. The next one we're looking at is called Tokyo Mama Fizz, and we haven't looked at any fragrances on sample shopping from Smell Bent. But this is a regular house on my show. My viewers know that. I have such affinity for Smell Bent. Counting travel sprays, I own about 15 cents from Smell Bent. My favorites are probably Yard Next Door and Incensed. There are many more that I want. Probably a full bottle of Hungry Hippies is up next. I've never tried Tokyo Mama Fizz. It has three notes. You've got hinoki wood, tea, and yuzu fruit, and you can get a 50 ml of this one for $50 on the Smell Bent website. And really, to me, guys, this one smells exactly like Sprite or 7-Up. I don't really differentiate the yuzu between citrus. I guess it's a little different. It sort of has that loaded AC vibe, but to me, it just smells like a Sprite. It's really enjoyable. I can see this being a great summer fragrance, just really refreshing. It does have a nice base to it, that hinoki wood and tea, so it's got some stoutness to it, but I think it's very representative of like a fizzy lemon lime soda, even more so than Low Par by Kenzo. So I enjoy this one quite a bit. I don't know that I get it just because it's not really substantial enough of a fragrance for me, but I think it's really well done. Third up, we're going to take a look at Angel Men Pure Malt liqueur. And this is the one that came out a couple years ago. It's not the original Pure Malt. We've looked at a few from Mugler on this show. I own many from this brand: Mugler Cologne, the original Pure Malt, B-Men, Pure Leather, Pure Havana, Pure Energy. Next up for me will probably be Ultra Zest. We've looked at Ultra Zest on this show. We also looked at Pure Wood on this show, both of which I thought were pretty good. As I said, this one was a limited edition, so you cannot get this one anymore. This one came in at number 424 on the base notes list, so I'm interested to see if this one is any different than Pure Malt. And to my nose, guys, it's not. It's really, really close to Pure Malt. Maybe it's not quite as boozy. I feel like it's a little less restrained, but that could be me bugging out and wrong. God, guys, if you've never smelled Pure Malt, it's just a beautiful fragrance. I think it's easily the best of the Angel Men flankers. It's so well done. I don't know whether they really soaked Angel Men in bourbon whiskey barrels, but boy, it's gorgeous. I think this one is very reminiscent of the original Pure Malt, so I don't think it's that special, but certainly, I would love to know if anyone else thinks it differs. The next one and final one we're going to look at in this episode is from the house of Diesel. And this is the original Fuel for Life, which came in at number 488 on the base notes list. I smelled this one a while ago. I don't remember it that well. We haven't looked at anything else from Diesel on this show. I own two from Diesel. I own Fuel for Life Spirit and Zero Plus Masculine. I like both of those quite a bit. I'd also like to get Plus Masculine from Diesel, and then I think I'm done with Diesel. This one was a 2007 release. It features notes of grapefruit and anise at the top, lavender and raspberry in the middle, and in the base we've got woods and heliotrope. You can find this one online for about $45. Now, when I first smelled this one, I gotta be honest, I said to myself, this smells like mothballs. That was really my first impression, but letting it settle down on my skin, I like it. I definitely get the raspberry in this one. I get some raspberry, some grapefruit, and some anise. Not so much lavender. I definitely think Fuel for Life Spirit is better. Fuel for Life Spirit sort of reminds me of a cross between this and 1 Million. It's more boozy. It's got amber. This one is sort of more light and fruit. I can see why someone would get sick of this one pretty quickly. It's not bad. It's a little weird. It's got like a sterileness to it that I don't really love. So I don't think it's a great scent. But it's not horrible. It's just sort of blah for me. So if I'm ranking these, I think that the Pure Malt is still far away number one. I think I'd go with Diamonds number two. I really like Diamonds. I wouldn't wear it, but I think it's a really good scent. I think I'd go Tokyo Mama Fizz 3 and Fuel for Life 4. Now, as far as would I recommend purchasing any of these, I'd probably buy the Pure Malt Creation if I didn't have it already. If I was a woman, I would definitely have Diamonds in my collection. The other two, I think, are probably, for me, passes, and I don't know that I'd recommend any of those. So, guys, next week we'll take a look at 4 more fragrances. We'll start going to the House of Chanel. We'll then go to the House of Comme des Garçons. We'll then go to the House of Diptyque, and we'll finish up next week with one from the House of Issey Miyake. Again, guys, Decant Shop makes all of these videos possible. Please go to Decant Shop. Use that coupon code MAX12. Decant Shop just got a bunch of the new Andy Tower flash scents, which are just incredible. All 3 of them, incense, rose, and vanilla, are just such special fragrances. I highly recommend you guys take a look at them. Again, it's going to be the cheapest place for you to get your fragrances, and you're going to deal with the best customer service possible, fastest shipping times. Just a pleasure, honestly. I'm not making that up. It's a pleasure to do business with decantshop.com. So use decantshop.com, use that coupon code MAX12, and I'll see you later this week with more videos. Guys, you know what it is. My name is Maximilian.
Ready for the kickoff. This rap shit I'm getting rich off. Out of the soul coke, soul crack, soul smoke, soul smack. Now I wanna go black. Can I get a soul clap? It ain't no quarter time.